you can take your seats, please, we'll be in order. This meeting of the Board of Supervisors of Elections will now be in order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The nominating meeting of the Board of Supervisor Elections will now be back in session, having been suspended since last Monday. A notice of tonight's citizens meeting was placed in the Mount Airy Messenger newspaper and also posted on the town website and town social media. As per the town code, the purpose of tonight's meeting is to open nominations for the office of mayor, which is currently held by Patrick Rockenberg, and 2 town council seats, currently held by Larry Hushauer and Patricia Washaball. I will now reopen the floor for nominations for the office of mayor. Nominees shall have resided in the town of Mount Airy for at least 2 years immediately preceding their nomination, be at least 25 years of age, and shall be qualified voters of the town. All nominations must be made with the written consent of the nominee. Nominees must file a financial disclosure statement within 10 days of nomination. Nominations must be made by a citizen of the town. No written nominations were received for the office of mayor during the interim period. I ask that anyone making a nomination for mayor come to the podium and provide the following information: name and address of the person nominated, name as it is to be placed on the ballot, name and address of person making nominations. We currently have nominated Larry Hushauer and Patrick Rockenberg. Are there any nominations for mayor? Are there any nominations for mayor? Hearing none, is there a motion by the board to close the nominations for mayor?
I move to close the nominations.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So be it. The nominees that will go forward for mayor will be Patrick Rockenberg and Larry Hushauer. I will now open the floor for nominations for town council. Nominees shall have resided in the town of Mount Airy for at least 1 year immediately preceding their nomination and shall be qualified voters of the town. All nominations must be made with the written consent of the nominee. Nominees must file a financial disclosure statement within 10 days of nomination. Nominations must be made by a citizen of the town. The following written nominations have been received by the town clerk during the specified open nomination period: Stephen D'Amoto, Lynn Galletti, and Heather Hobbs. The nominations have been reviewed and are found to be in order, and the candidates have consented to nomination. I will now open the floor for nominations for town council. Anyone making a nomination should provide the same information as requested from mayor.
Hello, my name is Larry Hushauer, and I'm here tonight to nominate my good friend and fellow council member, Patty Washaball, to a second term as councilwoman for the town of Mount Airy. For the last 3 years, Patty has sat at the table and methodically looked at every issue in detail, stood her ground, and voted in the best interest of the town. She is current on all the town issues and ready to seamlessly enter a new term. Those of us who know Patty know full well that she is capable and stable at the table. Most recently, Patty has spearheaded the military banner program, so as you drive down Park Avenue and Main Street, you can see evidence of Patty's leadership, resolve, and ability to accomplish tasks with a team of dedicated volunteers and staff. Her years of experience on the Planning Commission will be invaluable as we chart our way through the next 4 years. Please accept my nomination of Patty Washabaugh as councilwoman for the town of Mount Airy. Thank you.
We have the consent of the candidate.
We did.
Okay. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Larry Belay. I live at 1108 Meadowgreen Drive in Mount Airy. Tonight I'd like to nominate my friend Steve DeMotor for town council. Steve lives at 1007 Meadowgreen Drive in Mount Airy. His official name on the ballot should be Stephen L. DeMotor. I think Steve would be an excellent representative for our town. Over the years, he's volunteered in various capacities, which have demonstrated his commitment to our community and has given him some insight into some of the town needs. Steve's been a resident for 27 years and raised his family here. He's volunteered for many years as a scout leader with Cub Scout Pack 1191 and Boy Scout Troop 460. He's volunteered for many years as a judge with the American Legion Oratorical Contest. He volunteers actively as a canoe guide along the Patuxent River and the wetlands. And since 2019, Steve has volunteered for the Town Growth and Development Task Force, responsible for the development, implementation, analysis, and presentation of town survey results. And I think that gives Steve some interesting insight into our town's needs. Also, Steve has a lifetime career of leadership and executive experience as a retired scientist and senior government executive that would benefit our town. He served both at the state and federal level in the fields of transportation, energy, and natural resources. He's created and participated in numerous intergovernmental agency programs and task forces. He's experienced in program planning and implementation, and he successfully managed a variety of complex projects. And I think he certainly has demonstrated over the years a commitment to good governance and volunteerism. And in summary, I think Steve has the skill sets and the commitment that we need in Mount Airy to put our vision plan into effect, and he'd be an excellent town council member and representative for our town. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations for town council?
My name is Pamela Reed, resident of the town of Mount Airy. I am here to formally nominate Lynn Galletti and Heather Hobbs for town council. I did not prepare a speech, but I do want to sort of recognize the two individuals for their community service. They have an internal passion for this town that I cannot describe. I fully endorse both of them as a citizen of this town, and I think they would be fantastic on town council. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations for town council? Are there any other nominations for town council? Hearing none, is there a motion by the board to close the nominations for town council?
I'll make a motion to close.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
It has been moved and seconded to close the nominations for town council. The following individuals, being duly nominated, will appear on the May 3rd election ballot, pending review by the Ethics Commission. For mayor, Larry Hushauer and Patrick Rockenberg. For town council, Patty Washabaugh, Stephen DeMoto, Lynn Galletti, and Heather Hobbs. Town residents are reminded that the town election will be held on Monday, May 3rd, from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. at the Mount Airy Volunteer Fire Company Reception Hall, located on Twin Arch Road. Last day for registration is April 5th, 2021. Requests for an absentee ballot are now available. To request an absentee ballot, a request for absentee ballot form must be completed and returned to Town Hall at 110 South Main Street in the night drop box or via email to Colleen Riley at creilly@mountairymaryland.gov. Forms are available on the town website or via email. Candidates are asked to stay after the meeting and meet with the press. I don't know if we have any press here. And also to make sure that you do meet with the town clerk to fill out the proper paperwork. I would like to remind the candidates that we will be using paper ballots this year, and once the once the Ethics Commission has approved the candidates and notified the town clerk, those names will be printed on the ballot. We will not have much time in that interim period to get the ballots printed and returned so that we can get them sent out as absentee ballots. So if anyone decides to change their mind, they must do so before we receive word from the Ethics Commission. After that period of time, their name will appear on the ballot. I want to make sure everyone understands that because of the use of the paper ballots. This meeting of the Board of Election Supervisors is now adjourned. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Meeting is now adjourned. Thank you all. And please, if you're having signs, some people have them out already, please make sure that you follow a proper sign permit with the town. Thank you all.